Hello guys, this is Atul from Be Practical Tech Solution. So today we are going to solve another one interesting question based on the string. So here you can see that what we have to do, we have a given set of strings. We have to find out the longest common prefix. So when we are talking about the longest common prefix, so basically it means that the substring which is present, the longest substring which is present in all of these strings. So let's say first talk about, let's say A is present here. Yes, A is present in all the remaining string also. Then P is present. Yes, P is also present. Then third, P is present. No, here you can see if any of the string which is not going to have the character which is present, we are trying to find out. So in that point of time only, we have to break this, right? Then the longest substring in here is going to be A and P, that is of length 2. So this thing we have to find out. So how we are going to do is like, what we can do is like, what my approach is going to be here is, here, what we are going to do here, we are going to sort this array. Okay. Let's say if we are going to sort this array, so the smallest one will come at the beginning. So I will just use this first string object, and using this character, I'm going to check whether this character is present on the remaining string or not. If it is present, then we are going to add it somewhere, let's say, for example, in the string, in the list. Or if it is not present, as soon as I'm going to encounter that any character which is not present in the remaining, so at that point of time only, I have to break this. So let's try to understand by writing the code. So what we are going to do, let's create one function here. So here we are going to create a function called as a public static Now here I'm going to return the longest common prefix. So let's say the string I'm going to return, and here as a common prefix, and here I'm sending one string array. Okay, we are going to send this array. So the first task, what we are going to do, we are going to sort this array. So let's say arrays dot sort, and here I'm going to pass this array. Okay, once I have the sorted array, so what we have to do, we have to create, we have to use the for loop. So here, let me write for. After the sorting, I will just iterate over the first word or the first element of the string array. So for that one, int I equals to 0. Sorry, I equals to 0. Then I less than. Now, based on the character which is present in the first string, I'm going to use those characters in order to compare with the other string. So here I have to get the length of this much only, because after that you can see this maximum it can go 3. So this is going to be needs to be present in the another string only. So it means that the maximum longest common prefix I can get is the APE only, right? So let's iterate over this string only to get the length. So here I'm going to write AR of, because we have already sorted. So whatever the string comes at the first, that is going to be our sorted string. So dot length, and then I plus plus. Oops. I plus plus. Okay. So now here, once I have this, now let's create a string, that is a new string equals to new string. I'm going to check this string in remaining string plus array of 0 dot in the first string object only dot char at position I. Now it is going to give us error because we don't have any word called as a new string variable. So let me create that one as a string new string is equals to, let's say, empty string. Fine. Now once I have this, so what we have to do, we have to check this string in the remaining string objects in the given array. So what I'm going to do, for int let's say j is equals to 1, then j less than array dot length. So now I have to go for the other string objects also. Then j plus plus, right? So now here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to check. So here I'm going to check like if the array of j dot contains new string. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it as a, if it is not containing, then what we have to do, we have to, what we can do is like, because if the value is present, so I have to use it. So what I can do is like, let's say I'm going to create one variable called as a flag variable of Boolean type. Boolean flag equals to true. Okay, now here I'm going to write something like this. Okay, it is giving the error. Okay, not. Now here I'm going to make this one. If any of the string, whatever we are reading in the first string, if it is not present, so what I will do, I will make the flag as a false. Okay, and I will break. Okay, now what I'm going to do now here, let's say that if I am getting the value as a true. Okay, if it is a false, then okay, we are going to break this inner loop. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to check for this. If I'm getting the value of flag as a true, if it is this condition is not executing, mean to say that I'm getting all the values present in the new, whatever the character we are reading or the string we are reading from the new string, if it is present inside the array of j, then what we are going to do in that case, let me create one list here. So what we can do is like, let's say list of string list is equals to new array list. We can use the set also. It's completely okay. Control Shift O to import the package java.util.list. Now here I'm going to check if, because I have to add only the non-repeated data. So here, if I'm going to check if the list is not containing the new string, then only we should add that string to the list. So here, list dot add as a new string. Okay, fine. So one more thing we have to take care of, like what if I'm not having any common prefix? So in that case, what should I need to return? So in that case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to check that if the list is empty, then what we have to return, because I am returning the string, so I can return no common prefix. Because common prefix mean to say that whatever the number of elements are there, all those string needs to be present there. Substring needs to be present. So here I'm going to return no common prefix. Otherwise, what I'm going to do, I'm going to return list dot get list dot size -1, because it is going to maintain the insertion order. So the longest string will be in the last, it will be the last element of the list. So I'm going to return that one. So let's check that if I'm getting somewhere error. Okay, here, Control X. Right here. Okay, this needs to be at the end only. I have to check the list. So this is going to be finished here. So here only I'm going to check it. Yep. Now save it. Now let's run the code. So let me call the function as a common prefix, and here we are passing array 2. Okay, save it, and now let's run the code. So we are getting AP as a common prefix. AP is present here. Let's say if I'm going to make this one as a change to some K. So now the common prefix is going to be A only, right? So let's run this. We're getting common prefix as a only. So hope you guys understand the concept. See you in another day. Thank you.